Hey guys, it's Michael here with the Saturday check-in, and this is Hello Cupcake, it's me. Today is the 26th, and oh my Jabus, there has been a lot of drama that has happened in the last few hours. Well, not few hours, few days, I'm sorry. I literally just woke up and dragged my ass out here to do this video, so I need to give myself a chance to actually wake up before I start doing these, I think. But anyways, so yesterday, last night, my sister calls me and she's like just absolutely heartbroken, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? And she's all, I came home from work and I couldn't find my dog. Now, her dog is probably older than Methuselah himself ever was. Like, this was the first of its breed type old. Blind. We can't really tell if he's deaf or not. He just doesn't pay attention. We say that he's deaf. He can see a little bit, just not very well. Just, this 4,000-year-old pug. And, so it's her baby and all this other stuff, and she was just telling me she was freaking out, crying, upset. Where she lives, there's a bunch of coyotes. A couple of days prior to that, the neighbor's turkey, which is kind of like our pet, got completely mangled, and thankfully the turkey's still alive, but she's in pretty rough shape. Anyway, so she's like freaking the fuck out. The coyotes are gonna eat him. I don't know where to look for him. I don't know where to find him. And I guess the neighbors found him like half alive, half dead out in their field, and she said that he looked horrible and that he was just lifeless, and that his tongue was out, like hanging out of the side of his face or whatever. And she got him home, got some Gatorade put into him. Not a whole lot, because of the potassium and all that other stuff. It's just not good for dogs, but that's all she had on hand was some Gatorade to try to get electrolytes back into him. And once she got him like cooled down and everything, he was able to drink water on his own and eat on his own. So I haven't heard from her yet this morning, so hopefully he's okay. But she said that he was having a lot of involuntary muscle spasms and that his head was like bobbing. And I said, well, a lot of that could just be from the severe dehydration. He's 2 billion years old, and it was fucking hot as hell here, to the point where we got a severe weather issued to us. At one point it was over 98 degrees here, so it had to have been close to like 104, like that type of. And Seattle is supposed to be over 100 degrees for the next couple of days. And for this area, these are record-breaking temperatures. We never have experienced temperatures that high. And like living in California and growing up in Palm Springs and all that other stuff, I was used to like 116 plus degrees weather. Like, the hottest I remember it ever getting was like 130, 132, something like that. And that was offensive. Now living here in the Pacific Northwest, where the typical temperature is anywhere between 38 and 58, 65 on like a warm day, This extreme heat is some bullshit. And I know for some of you that live in desert cities, 65 is like, oh, that's our winter. Yeah, I understand that. So it's been kind of difficult dealing with all that crap, and the fact that I don't have an air conditioner. I just have a couple of box fans. But, you know, once you've like cooled the house off as much as you can and you shut up all the windows, then whatever air is left in the house, it's like circulating oven air. And so I keep the window open with the box fan in there just to pull in whatever air I can. Just because, you know, I don't want my cat to like get overtly hot and her pass away. I had a pet rat one time that died from like super exposure to heat, and he was the coolest little dude too, and I was so pissed off at my sister. But that's a whole nother story. So there's all that, and then a fairly close friend of mine for the last several months has just been putting out all of this horrendous negativity about a family member, and just saying how they don't want to have to deal with this family member anymore and all this other crap. Yesterday they called the police and had to file a missing persons report because their son had been missing since Wednesday. I haven't gotten any updates yet. We have the whole town looking, but there is a part of me that wants to be the total asshole and be like, you talked this into existence. Not only did you talk this into existence, you talked this into existence during a Mercury retrograde and during a full moon. Like, seriously? So, I hope nothing bad has happened to their kid. I really don't. But at the same time, you know, this plays into what I tell people all the time. Be careful of what you say and and how you say it and when you say it. If you're constantly putting out that negative energy, if you're constantly talking something into your universe, that's going to eventually happen. You can't sit there and knock on a door without someone eventually answering it. So I hope that when and if their son shows up, that this is a wake up. I honestly and hopefully hope that this is a wake up for them. And we went out to lunch yesterday, and I had kind of said something, you know, I wasn't being nice or polite about them like coming out of pocket about being all distraught or whatever, and listening to how they were completely changing the words and what was said to them and relaying messages and stuff. I'm like, is that what you took away from that conversation you just had? Like, okay. Whew. So, yeah. Be careful of what you say, how you say it, and when you say it, people, because eventually it's going to come true. If you're constantly putting out negative energy, if you're just constantly being unhappy, unhappiness is going to come to you. I know it's not easy being 100% positive all the time. Mr. Depression and Bipolar over here. Trust a bitch. I understand. So, anyways, moving on. yeah, so outside of the weather being disrespectful and drama all over the place, last night I got out to the lake. Oh my god, I needed that so much. Like, the minute I got out there and I saw all my friends and was able to just relax and get into that water, it was like going to church. I'm telling you guys, it was just so freaking amazing. Um, and getting to see people I haven't seen for almost a year, that was even more amazing. Like, just so awesome. So we're all planning to make another trip out to the lake today, and there's a small group of us that may even stay like till midnight, or maybe even stay the night all together, and just enjoy ourselves. Like, I wish it was a full moon, because being out there in the lake at like midnight with a full moon coming up and it hitting the water is just fucking amazing. Amazing. So beautiful, so peaceful, so serene. But yeah, we're gonna make up some food and stuff and take it out there with us, because last night we had nothing to eat. It was all about, let's just get our asses out to the water, splash around, and cool down, and when the weather decides that it's not going to be a jerk anymore, then we'll go home. And that's exactly what we did. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that tonight. And I told them, I'm like, you guys could go out at any time you want, but don't expect me to be out until like late afternoon, early evening, like 4:30 to 5:30 is when I'm planning on going out there, because at that point the sun has set enough that some of the trees that line the lake cast a shadow. So then you have like the hot part of the lake, and then you have the cooler part of the lake. And this lake has all kinds of like sunken logs and things. So it's really cool. You can swim along. It's cool, but it sucks because the logs are... Okay, well, death and destruction. The logs are super dark brown and have been under the water for years, if not decades. And the water itself is like black. You cannot see the bottom. There's all kinds of fish and stuff that live in there. So you'll be swimming around and like all of a sudden, BAM! You'll hit a log. Like, fuck! So we all have a general idea of where the logs are. And so we kind of just do these little doggy paddles with our bodies like this. I actually swim laying on my back with my feet forward so that I can hit the log before I hit it with my knee, because my first year out there, oh my god, I busted my knee up so damn bad swimming, and my knuckles, because I just pack. Like so yeah. And what the adults do is we swim across the lake to this group of to a bunch of logs that are out there, and we sit there and we just hang out and have adult time while all the kids are on the other side of the shore. And there's always like an adult or two over there that doesn't want to make the trek across the lake. And it's really not that far. It's about half a football field away, if even that far. I mean, if you can throw a rock really well, you could probably throw it across the lake. But it's far enough that kids don't go that far out. So yeah, we just go out there and we sit and stand on the logs and just chit chat and hang out. So it's like our own private club. If you can swim out there, you can join us, but usually if you're under 18, you can't be around us. So that's what I'm looking forward to today. And I love going to the lake and swimming, because once I'm there, I hardly get out at all. So the whole time I'm in the water, swimming, moving around, and everything. And the exercise that I get from swimming completely zeroes out my day. And by that I mean, like, my caloric intake is about 25 to 2800 calories a day. So I can eat whatever the hell I want and then go out there and swim, and I will burn off all of those calories that I consume that day. So, you know, that's like woohoo type thing for me. But anyways, yeah, so oh my gosh, guys. I'm glad I'm in a good headspace right now, because with all the bullshit going on, I just don't know how I would handle this. So, yeah. What are you guys going to do this weekend for relaxation? What have you been doing for relaxation, for checking in with yourselves and stuff like that? Leave me a comment. With all 645 of you, there's only usually like 3 or 4 people who comment. So let's get some new comments in there. Respectful comments. And yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up now. And, you know, I just wanted to tell you, thank you for watching this far. If you're a member of the LGBTQIA Two-Spirit community, welcome. We love you. You're validated. We want you to know that you are loved, and it does get better. Stick through it. This Pride Month has been really significant to me this year, just because I've had family members who have recently come out. I have friends that are LGBT, and I see how the community has really just kind of flourished this year. And so I'm proud of every single one of you. Keep up the fight. Okay, guys, I love you all, so I'm going to let you go now. Questions, comments, concerns, down below. Hit the like and subscribe button. Hop over on one of the other social medias and follow there, and let's get those communities built up, and let's get the viewers and subscribers built up here. So please share this video, and yeah, let's try to get up to 1,000. So I'll see you later. Bye, guys.